Hello everyone, welcome back to Sujit Analytics. In this tutorial, I'll be explaining subqueries in SQL. So before this tutorial, I recommend you to watch the previous video which I explained joins. Let's go to the today's topic is subqueries. First, let's understand what is subquery. Subquery is a query which is nested with another query. Subquery is a query which is nested with another query, or it is also called as inner query. Like programming languages like Python or Java, we give condition on top of another condition, like giving if condition on top of another if condition. So in the same way, in SQL, we use subqueries to give the conditions on top of another conditions. Use it to give conditions on top of another condition. Subqueries are mainly used to give the condition on top of another condition. Let's understand the syntax for subquery. The syntax would be select column 1, column 2 from table name and the where the condition. We have to specify the operator like in any exist any operator and with the subquery. This is the subquery. Column 1 from table name. This is called from here to here. This is called a subquery. And this is the general syntax. It's not a fixed syntax. The syntax would be changed based on different requirements. This is the general syntax. The general syntax for subquery. So a subquery is a query which is next with another query. So whatever results done by the subquery, that results are used by the outer query. So from here to here, this is called outer query. From here to here, this is called the inner query or subquery. So whatever the results done by the subquery, that results are used by the outer query. So when we want to give a subquery, we have to ensure the the subquery should enclose with the open and closed parenthesis. So subquery should enclose open and close brackets. This is mandatory. Syntax is not fixed. Syntax would be changed based on the different types of subqueries. So let's see. In subqueries, we have different types of subqueries. Let's see each subquery with example. Subquery is concerned. There are mainly four types of subqueries. First one is single row subquery, multi-row subquery, multi-row subquery, and correlated subquery, and non-correlated. These are the four main types of subqueries. Let's see each type of subquery with example. Single row subquery means the subquery returns a single row. As the name suggests, it is single. Means the subquery returns only the single value. Suppose um, suppose I have the employees table in my package table. Employee, employee, or we take EMP1. Now for this, I want the employees whose salary is greater than uh, average salary of the all the employees. I want the employees whose salary is greater than average employees salaries, overall average employee salaries. For this, we have to give a condition, right? For that, we are giving where salary greater than average of all the employees salary. If you want to find average employees of all the salary, we have to use a subquery. We have to uh, use a subquery to return the average salary of the all employees. Then this where conditions compares the employees whose salary is greater than this average salary. So what who are the employees whose salary is greater than the average salary? That employees will be returned. We want the average salary, right? So we have to use average aggregate function. I explain the aggregate functions in SQL, different types of aggregate functions. I know how they used. I make sure to give the tutorial descriptions in the description. Make sure to watch that RSL from the EM. So what I'm saying is select start from the employees where salary greater than average salary from the employee. So this will return the average salary from the employees table. And this will filters the employees whose salary is greater than this average salary. Now we execute the subquery independently. So it returning only one row, one single row. That's why we call it as single row subquery. So this result is used by the outer query to filter the records. So this is single row subquery returns single row. Coming to multi-row subquery, as the name says multi-row, it returns multiple rows. Uh, Suppose I want the subquery return to multiple values. That's why I'm using like this. I want the employees whose department number is 20 and 30. Who I want the employees who belongs to department number 10 and 20. For that, I'm using a subquery select star from the employees where department number using department number as a condition. I'm using in clause. This is in clause used to check multiple values. I'm specifying the subquery like this. I want the employees belongs to department number 10 and 20. So I want filtering the department number 10 and 20. Department number from employee where department in 10 and 20. So first I am filtering the subquery will filters the department numbers belongs to 10 and 20. Then this outer query use this department number as a condition returns all the employees belongs to in this department. To execute it, invalid column name department number. We have to use EMP1. Execute it. Now we are able to see only the employees belongs to department number 10 and 20. So this inner query, subquery returning the department number 10 and 20. So this is returning the multiple rows. That's why we call it as a multi-row subquery. So these results are used by the outer query. This outer query is used to filter the department numbers belongs to this subquery or Returns all the employees whose department number in this 10 and 20. If you want to ensure the unique values, you can use distinct. Now we are able to see only 10 and 20. So these are distinct department numbers we have. If execute it, same result. So what we are saying is have to start from this employees table where department number in this table or in this query. So in this query we have only 10 and 20. So that employees records will be written. So this is about multi-row subquery. It returns multiple rows. And next, coming to correlated subquery. Correlated subquery. The correlated subquery means the query which is correlated with the outer query. The name it is saying correlated means this related with the outer query. And with example, so for this, we have departments table or not. Don't have. Let's use customers and orders table. Customers and orders. I have customers and orders table. For this correlated subquery, I'm using this alias name customers. I'm using where condition where customer ID already equal to have the customers from orders table. For this subquery, I'm using orders dot customer ID. We have to ensure the alias name. And I'm joining tables based on customer ID. Not customer ID. I want to join here based on the city, not city on customer ID only. Dot dot customer ID equal to c dot customer ID. This is a query I'm using. Let to start from employees, customers, sorry, where the customer ID equal to select order customer ID, which is belongs to orders from this table, where order customer ID equals C dot customer ID. If I execute it, subquery is return more than value. So we have to ensure returning more than value. We have to ensure we have to use in class. Now returning all the customers. So what I'm doing is, in this inner query, I'm using the orders table. I'm querying the order customer ID from the orders table and joining using the where clause based on the customer ID from the orders table and the customers tables from the customer ID from the customers table. So this customer ID is difference from the outer query. See the customer ID is different from the outside query, not inside query. If I execute it independently, So the multi-part identifier seeder customer could not be bound because this seeder customer is from the outer query, but we are executing independently. It is referenced by the outer query. It is referring the outer query. So it does not execute independently. So it cannot execute independently. It is dependent upon the outer query. So this is the query. Means a query which is dependent upon outer query for its values, then it is called as correlated subquery. So this query is depend upon outer query. How is depend upon? Because this in a where condition, where given a condition that order gross customer ID should be equal to seeded customer ID. This seeded customer ID is from outer query. So it is depend upon the outer query. So this is called as correlated subquery. Subquery which is depend upon outer query for its values. Cannot executed independently. Independently. So this is the correlated subquery. This depend upon outer query. It cannot execute independently. So this is what correlated subquery is. And if we talk about non-correlated, it is just quite opposite to the correlated subquery. Correlated subquery is just opposite to the non-correlated subquery. Let's see with example, so it is easy to understand. For this non-correlated subquery, the means the subquery should not depend upon the outer query. Unlike correlated subquery, the correlated subqueries depend upon outer query, but non-correlated subquery should not depend upon outer query. Further, imagine query get star from EMP where salary greater than like this is the year for MBA average salary from EMP. So execute it and getting the employees whose salary is greater than the average salary of the employees. Now these are the employees whose salary is greater than the average salary. Now if you execute it, the inner query, the average salary is 2243. So returns all the employees whose salary is greater than 2243. So we are able to see the employees whose salary is greater than the 2243. Now if we execute inner query, is executing independently, returning the value. But in the correlated subquery, it does not return. It is depend upon outer query. But this subqueries does not depend upon outer query. It is executed independently. So that is why it is called non-correlated subquery. It is not depend upon outer query for its values in execute independently. This is the non-correlated subquery. We have four types of subqueries: single row subquery, which returns single row, and the multi-row subquery, which returns multiple rows, and the correlated subquery, which is depend upon outer query for its values. It cannot execute it independently. And now coming to non-correlated, this is subquery that depend upon it is not depend upon outer query for its values. It can execute independently. So these are the subqueries we have in SQL. So a subquery is a query which is nested with another query. This is also called as inner query. So it is used when you want to give a condition out of of another condition. So it is called nested query. Subquery should be included with the open and closed parentheses. Is a good subqueries. I hope you understand. If you believe you learned something today, don't forget to give a like and share it with your friends who are learning SQL. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Sujit Analytics, to stay updated with my latest tutorials. That's all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.